So let's try and get this all in one take because it's more likely to get uploaded tonight if I don't have to edit it. Hey guys, Sarah's here, coming to you from my yarn lab and my wall o' shawls. You'll notice I have both hands free this time because I did find my small GoPro tripod. The piece for my larger tripod is still MIA, courtesy of two 2-year-old boys. But anyways, I clearly am doing a terrible job at the video a day in October thing, but it's still motivating me to get more videos out than usual. So let's see what I can pull off this week. Things got slowed down or bogged down because the boys both had colds, which meant that Kevin and I had colds over the weekend. And then on Monday we had the whole family here. By the whole family, I mean my brother and his girlfriend and Pete's brother and his fiance for Thanksgiving, because it was Canadian Thanksgiving. And I did my Foodapalooza where I cook everything all in one mad dash to the finish line. Yeah, it was really great time. We stuffed ourselves full and took about a day and a half to recover from the food coma that ensued. Anyways, let's bring you up to speed. Right now I am wearing my Carbeth cardigan. I knit this, finished knitting this back in May, I believe, although you can see that I still have yet to put buttons on. I've got my button placements marked out with some stitch markers here. So I need to get buttons on it this week because I do plan on bringing this sweater with me to Rhinebeck, which is like a week and a half away. Not even. Today's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it's like a week away because I go next Thursday. So crazy. And I have to be knitting and spinning about twice as fast. Anyways, going to be bringing my Carbeth cardigan with me. That's a Kate Davies design. It's sort of the sequel to the Carbeth cardigan, or the Carbeth sweater, which I also knit last year. And I adore and wear all the time. Lucy came to say hi. This one here I knit with, I believe it's Borgo de Pazzi. It's an Italian brand. It's the new Cedro, which is actually maybe like a Aran weight and not the bulky that these patterns typically call for. So you got to do some gauge magic in order to make up the difference there. But it's a great wool. It did grow a ton when I washed it. So I threw it for about 15 minutes in the dryer and it suck things up just enough. You know, I mean, it's an oversized sweater for sure with positive ease here, but you don't want to have big saggy sleeves, and throwing it through the dryer just snugged everything in a little bit. Anyway, so that's what I'm wearing. I have an FO, although I've yet to weave my ends in, and you'll have seen that I did a video on how I block this sweater, and you can see that the dried result is this collar is standing up more or less straight, which is great. I don't know how well you can see it, but this is my Angelina Pullover that I knit with Prairie Dye Studio, worsted weight, my old black powder. And somewhere down at the bottom is one of the skeins that I overdyed. And the sleeves are knit with a combination of the other two skeins, which would have been one that I overdyed and one that I didn't. The sleeves did, despite alternating skeins, we did get some pooling striping around the sleeves, but it was pretty consistent on both. And I mean, I alternated skeins and it still happened. The likelihood that it would still happen even if I ripped it out and reknit it is pretty high, so I'm leaving it as is. At least it's the same on both sleeves. And yeah, but I don't think that you can spot you know, the skein that I dyed standing out overly much from the rest of the sweater. So anyways, I have to weave my ends in, and I'll probably be bringing this one to Rhinebeck as well, although considering that I'm only going for, I fly out Thursday night, I'm in New York all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I fly back Monday evening. So, you know, 4 sweaters is probably what I need to pick to bring with me. So I'm really excited about this one. Once I get the ends woven in, I will try and take some good FO pictures here on our acreage. Anyways, the next big project that is underway and is hopelessly bogged down by us just being exhausted all the time, is I have one full sleeve finished and one partial sleeve, almost but not quite a half a sleeve, of my nurtured pullover, nurtured sweater. This is Andrea Mowry, I believe. Drea Renee Knits. Yeah. And every other person on Instagram seems to be knitting it right now. There is my Insta Friends Cal that's being hosted and is going on with this sweater here. I am hand spinning the yarn for this sweater. So that's why I had to stop this sleeve where it was, because I had run out of, so far I'm 2 skeins in. I've got a big fat bobbin full of singles, which I will wind off into a centerfold ball ply up tonight so that I can continue knitting with this tomorrow. And basically I gotta be spinning like a mad person between now and Thursday if there's any chance at all that I will finish this sweater before, let's say before being able to wear it at Rhinebeck. Because yeah, clearly I don't even have 2 sleeves yet. But anyways, I'm going to ply off this bobbin of singles tonight and then card up some more wool to spin tomorrow. It's only taken me about 2 hours to fill up a whole bobbin and then like another hour to ply it off. So it's doable to get a couple more skeins of yarn done between now and next Thursday. But the major limiting factor is I need to dye up a whole lot more fleece. I've been finding that the section of fleece that I hastily grabbed to dye is aggressively full of veg matter, and it becomes this toss-up between whether it's time effective to try and comb and card all of the veg matter out versus just tossing that fleece. And I've been tossing big chunks of it in favor of grabbing some more fleece to dye up. So I'll probably be dyeing up some more fleece tomorrow. Anyways, gotta apply this off. And then the last thing that I'll share with you is, since I had to stop on that sleeve today in order to, wait for more yarn, what I've been knitting on in the meantime is this little guy here. I cast this on this afternoon. This is how far I've come. This is the second front piece. Here's the first front. And you can kind of see that it's the front down the bottom, and then you increase and throw the sleeve on this way. The sleeve's all bunched up on this stitch holder here. But this is a cardigan that I'm working on for my Nana. I started it a long while ago and finished one front and then put it in the project bag where it's been sitting probably since April. It's this pattern here, which is by Sandy Prosser. It's from this edition of Vogue Knitting. This is the Spring Summer 2015. So from the Deep magazine stash. And I am knitting this from Knit Picks Cotton in the Whisper colorway. And it's not too exciting, except that my gauge is different. So I'm actually knitting smaller than the smallest size in order to make it be the smallest size. Luckily I made notes after knitting the first piece, so the other sweater front will be just as fast. And it's just a really simple little lace pattern. So it's pretty mindless knitting, and that's what I was knitting on this afternoon when I ran out of hand spun yarn. Anyways, apart from that, I did finish quilting that table runner for Thanksgiving, but I didn't bring it downstairs with me right now, so I can't show it to you. But I did do a little bit more sewing today and whipped up this project bag. I actually have a pile of fabric to turn into project bags, and thinking about getting my Etsy shop reopened. It's been closed since just before we moved, so probably getting my Etsy shop reopened after returning from Rhinebeck. So that people can maybe buy Christmas presents for people or themselves. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm off to go ply this bobbin up, and I will see you tomorrow with a video. I promise. Anyways, happy knitting, happy spinning, happy crocheting, happy experimenting with fiber. This is the Yarn Lab. Ooh, this is awkward. Boop. Sorry, there is a message icon on my phone over the stop recording button.